Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed my Bane and Batman Nightfall 2-pack review. That's an amazing 2-pack. I highly recommend y'all pick that up. I'm coming at you guys with another review today. This is a very special review. Not something I usually do. Well, it is something I usually do, but it's in a different sort of context. Let's jump right into it. Today, we will be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Collector Edition McFarlane Boomerang, or Captain Boomerang by McFarlane, excuse me. So, as you can see, this guy is a collector's edition. This is my very first collector's edition. I've heard some things about this guy. I've heard good, I've heard bad. Overall, I'm loving the foil here, collector's edition. Captain Boomerang, ages 12 plus, McFarlane Toys right there up in the corner. 22 moving parts of articulation, it says that right up top. Go ahead and flip. There is your side read up. Go ahead and bring this back. There's that. He's number 13. He's from The Flash. If you want to read that, pause now. Flip to the back. Very nice artwork of Captain Boomerang. We will discuss about the mutton chops on the figure when we get to that point. But very nice Boomerang. Very nice image here. I believe this does come from one of the comics. I'm not exactly sure which one, but it does. Again, as you can see, number 13 foil right there. Go ahead and flip this guy over. There is his UPC and barcode, in case this helps anybody. And for anybody wondering, I did get mine off Amazon. So he ordered him yesterday. He did come this afternoon, early this afternoon. So pretty excited about that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alrighty, we are back. Before we jump into the figure, let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. Let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way. He does come with the signature DC Multiverse stand, painted in silver here now, and I don't know if this is the same plastic or different. I mean, it sounds like the same plastic, but I could be wrong. But either way, we'll see. But yeah, just the simple DC Multiverse in gray instead of the black we're seeing, but again, very nice. And then we do get this DC, I'm going to call it a card display / holder, because that's basically what it does. You've seen it come with the Jokerized Batman Returns. I believe that was a Target exclusive. And then you go ahead and slot his card in there just like so. So that way you can display his card like that if you'd like. And as you can see in foil, it says McFarlane Collector's Edition right there. So very nice. Again, very nice image we're seeing. Go ahead and do that. And then here's the card. Again, very nice. McFarlane Collector Edition. Very nice image that we're seeing on the back. And we're also seeing it on the card. There is his read-up. If you want to read that, pause now. And those are just some of the standard accessories. Let's go ahead and get into some of his other ones. So he comes with... of course, he comes preloaded with 2 fists on the figure itself. He does, however, come with 2, I'm going to say, he just threw a boomerang hands, or maybe even I can get a boomerang in there. We'll have to see, but I'll touch upon that later. Maybe I'll see, but again, they're cast in this dark blue plastic, so very nice there. And then, of course, he does come with 2. These look like gun-holding hands. It almost looks like a gun-holding hand, but I guess, but they're more boomerang throwing hands, so, but yeah, very nice, again, cast in that same blue plastic, so. And then, of course, he only comes with 2 boomerangs. I wish he came with 4, but still, very nice. I am appreciative of that groove right there, so he does come with 2 actual boomerangs, which is good, so. And then let's go ahead and jump into his other 2 technical accessories, but they're already on the figure. Of course, I'm referring to the cloth goods coat. And now, if you guys have seen the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Bane from the Dark Knight trilogy where he had that soft goods coat, I do not think that this is the exact same one. When I first saw this guy drop for pre-order, I was like, wait a second, is that the same coat? No, it's not. It's a completely different coat. I thought it was the same. Certain aspects make it look, I mean, maybe the base is the same. I could see the base being the same, but other than the base, I'm not 100% sure. And like I said, you can just very easily take this off of him. When he has it on, it does limit arm articulation just a little bit, so just kind of be mindful and be wary of that. It is kind of want to twist it off there, but as you can see, there is his soft goods coat. So his trench coat, very nice though. Very nice out of this like leather material here. So I'm very happy we're seeing this. And I'm glad, and this is a hot take of mine, I am glad it's not wired. I get people prefer wired. I'm just one of those people who don't. I either prefer normal cloth like this or, you know, the plastic capes, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does look kind of baggy on him, but I think it hinders arm articulation, like right up in here when you bend his arms. But other than that, great coat. Excellent accessory. And then, of course, the other accessory I'm referring to is this soft goods scarf he comes with, which is actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. It just, like I said, it just very easily just drapes over the back of his neck, just like so. So it's done in this light blue, which very, very accurate to the comics and source material. But let's go ahead and jump into the figure now. So looking at Captain Boomerang's head, and this was the one thing that I'm not going to say I was worried about, but the one thing that I hear most people talk about when they are either reviewing or talking about this figure, the mutton chops. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad. It's not bad to have mutton chops on Boomerang. Not bad at all. But if you look at the card compared to the figure, it looks different. The mutton chops don't go as long, and I mean, I get the full look of what they're going for, and I appreciate that, but I think everybody agrees that we'd probably want it more close to the source material. So there's that, just food for thought. And then of course we do get these other Boomerangs which do not move. They're just sculpted right here on his band. And then if you flip over, that is where they post all the legalese on the back, which is pretty awesome. So and then this body may look familiar to some. I do believe this is reuse of Grifter. I think the arms, the legs, and the diaper piece, excuse me, I believe they all are reuse. I believe. The torso, maybe. I'm not sure about the top part. Obviously, the head's new, but either way, it works. It definitely works for Boomerang. So, let's go ahead and this guy's just great. And then let me go ahead and demonstrate him holding his Boomerangs, which it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, those just should pop off quite easily. Oops, wrong hand. And then you just go ahead and, I mean, I kind of wish that these were blue to match, but I get the flesh tone and stuff, so I completely understand that. And yeah, those work. Those just fit right in there. And then if you want to go for something kind of even more, like he's about to throw it, something like that, but just mind you, it will sit loose. If it's right here, it does not sit loose. I'm not foreseeing having any issue with this right here. But different range of posability if you like you can get him running and having him throw a boomerang of some sort or something like that. So I think that's pretty cool. There's that. And then let me go ahead and get his other hand on here now. And interchanging these hands actually has been quite easy, which I'm incredibly glad, because normally you don't see figures with hands that interchange that easy. I mean, some you do with McFarlane. It just kind of depends on the figure and the body. At least that's what I think. So now you can look like he just threw his boomerang. Now, as I was saying, I think you can maybe get this in here. If you guys can see up close, there is a groove right. My camera will focus. There we go. It's kind of focusing. There we go. There's the groove right there. If you kind of set that groove like right here between his finger, you can kind of get it to, let me see here. There we go. You can kind of get it to balance right there, like he's just like it's just leaving his hand, which I think that's pretty cool. Again, but be mindful, it will, if you like bump it, it will come off. So that groove is there, but it doesn't really, I'm not gonna say bring much or do much, but it's still pretty cool to have. So again, as I was saying, this guy is awesome. I'm very happy with this collector's edition figure. Now, for $30, I know I've heard people complain that some of these figures for the collector's edition, that some of them are like lackluster and don't come with a whole lot. I can see that, and I can definitely see why people have that opinion, and for certain figures, it definitely makes sense and definitely stands out. But for like Boomerang, I think what we got here is great. The only thing I would have liked to see is maybe a better head sculpt. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a cool head sculpt, but I mean, one a bit more source material accurate. And then real quick, before we go over articulation, I do want to go ahead and bring in the flash from the Target exclusive Flashpoint Wave. Just a quick comparison here, and here is the Flashpoint flash next to Boomerang, which I actually think that looks fairly good. That looks really good. So there's that. That looks incredibly well. If you wanted to, this guy scales up really well with any other McFarlane figure. So just another cool figure to add to your overall DC Task Force X or just DC Multiverse collection in general. So very nice there. So let's go ahead and jump into articulation. The head can look up about that much, can look down about that much. We do get some good tilt, obviously 360. Arms can throw out to 90. We do have, we do have the rotator cuff there. I thought that was a butterfly joint for a minute, but nope, it's rotator cuff. Bicep swivel, of course, right there, very nice. Double jointed pinned, very nice. And then all the hands hinge side to side, and you can if you can turn them, you can get them to hinge up and down. Very nice there. Going down to the torso, he can arch back about that much, arch forward about that much. I believe that's a diaphragm joint. Well, it's the ball peg diaphragm joint. He can twist. Of course, he can twist down here. He can kick up about that much. He can kick back about that much. He can do the McFarlane splits, which is typical. Again, double jointed pinned knees come down here. Ankles can go down, up, twist, and I suppose pivot if you wanted to. And then toe articulation, which actually, for this guy, this is definitely a figure worth picking up. Now, I get the $30 price mark on this guy, which, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad price mark. It's just kind of like, do you want to spend the money on it? Do you not want to spend the money on it? But yes, please, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think that some of these McFarlane collector editions are worth the $30 mark, or do you think there should be your standard like $25? Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. As always, I appreciate all your guys' support and feedback. It really helps the channel a lot. It helps it grow. I appreciate every single one of you. Stay tuned. Without further ado, I will catch y'all in the next one. Thank you.